Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and to another Plan With Me video. This week we are memory planning the week that was November 18th through to November 24th, and we are using what was I was going to say SPC, but no, what was a Planet Face mystery. I cannot recall from how long ago, but as always it will be in the title, so by the time that you have clicked this video you will already know which mystery it was and what it was called. I was a little bit skeptical using this kit because as much as I loved the colors, I don't know, I was going to color block and then I didn't color block, and I don't know, I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's a little bit of a hard week for me because obviously I'm doing this voiceover way after the fact. I'm doing the voiceover on September 15th, 2025, and this was obviously many months ago, and this was the week of my beautiful little buddy boy's birthday. He turned 11 this week on the 23rd, and we did all the little, new toys, cupcakes, party hats, sung happy birthday to him, all of those things that you do to your little fur babies if you're like me. I mean, probably not everyone does that, but Buddy was my little best friend and I miss him so terribly it's not even funny. So it's probably not to anyone's surprise that that's the kind of birthday he had. If I knew what I knew now and I knew that he wasn't going to be with us for this year's birthday, I probably would have done even more because hindsight. But my husband's always like, I remember like when we got him a new toy, my husband's like, he doesn't need any more toys. He's got enough toys. He literally has. I'm looking at his bucket of toys here. He does have a lot of toys. He had, preferred toys, but he does have a lot of toys. But my husband was like, we don't need to buy him anymore. Like, he's had enough. I bought him like cupcakes or pupcakes made from an online retailer. I think they're in Queensland. So he was very spoiled in that regard. Every year they got advent calendars for Christmas where they got like a little cookie every day. He was the love of my life, and I wish he was still here, but unfortunately he's not. But yeah, like I said, this is the week of his 11th birthday. You will see that I do leave the sidebar blank because I want to experiment. I'm getting a custom portrait drawn of him and I'm going to get him printed, and depending on how all of that turns out, I'm going to try and like be creative and maybe stick him onto one of the full boxes of this kit and then pop him in that top right hand corner that I leave blank. So that is why I've left the top left hand corner blank. It's going to take a little bit of time, so I don't know when it will be finished, but it's his birthday week. I wanted to put him in his birthday week. So there is that, but then otherwise my sidebar is pretty stock standard. I just have one of the Planet Face tour boxes, one of the full boxes, and then whilst I did not color block, you can probably see that my glitter headers I've colored blocked. So like each column has the same colored glitter headers. But I think I made the right choice in not color blocking. I think the scatter of colors has worked out in my favor. But of course, always let me know your thoughts in the comments below. With that said though, let's go ahead and jump into the plans. So Monday, top of the day, I've marked work, and I've marked that consistently throughout the week. You guys know that I like to do that. I then marked doing some laundry. I did a voiceover and I did some editing that afternoon. More than likely, I was just editing the video that I had voiceovered to prepare it to upload it. I also left room for watching a TV show. I think at this point in time it was Girls 5 Ever. And again, I do have a custom script from Planet Face for that show. But I don't know where that particular script is right now, so got to find it, as always. I then marked chilling with my doggos, and then I also left space for Hoarders because at this particular point in time we were also watching Hoarders. If you've never seen it, it's very interesting. Can be a little triggering, I guess, and a little confronting because it's essentially people who have a mental disorder who basically just accumulate things upon things upon things, to sometimes a point that, they're infested with pests and vermin. But we were watching that at this time, and Hoarders and Girls Five Ever are on the same script, so I've also had to leave it that blank. On Tuesday, I marked work again at the top of the day. I then marked that I went for a little walk. I did some more laundry. I watched some YouTube. I then marked that I was playing Pokemon Go. I think I've mentioned it before. I may not have. I don't know. But every now and then I will play Pokemon Go. I don't play it like I used to back in the day when it was like first released. And I don't actively go outside and like walk the block and go to targeted raids or like anything of that nature. It's simply just when I'm at home, I pull out my phone because there's like a spawn spot at our house. So we'll occasionally get Pokemon here. There's also a Pokestop just up the road. And then like when I'm at work, I'm surrounded by Pokestops and things like that. So I'll play sometimes at work as well. But again, not something that I actively play, if that makes sense. I then marked this day that I had to call the IVF clinic about my vitamins. I don't remember what it was. It might have just been to confirm like what vitamins to stop or start or change. Because if you've seen my previous week's Plan With Me video, was it the previous week? Yeah, the previous week was when our last embryo transfer cycle of 2024 was cancelled because the embryo didn't thaw. So I think maybe I was just trying to suss things out. I don't know. I should have put more context, but I have then left a spot for, again, Girls Five Ever. It could have been Hoarders. I don't know. I haven't prioritized one or the other. And I don't have my planner notes in front of me, so your guess is as good as mine. And then on Tuesday evening, I did mark that I uploaded a video as well. Wednesday, I've marked work. I then marked that I was feeling tired and achy. And on this particular day, our little guinea pig was off. Having had him so long and having been undergoing like dental surgery with him since 2023, we kind of got to know his symptoms and when he wasn't well. And this was a not so well day. So we booked him a vet appointment for the following day, because obviously when he's off, we want to get him in as soon as possible, because usually when he's off, it's usually the dental issue and it means that he can't eat properly. And if he can't eat properly, that can also then cause gut blockages, which is a whole other issue. So we don't want that. This afternoon, I did do a voiceover. I did some more laundry, a very laundry heavy week this week, apparently. I marked that we chilled with the dogs again, and then I left space for a TV show again. Could be Hoarders, could be Girls Five Ever. Don't know. You'll also see I'm using like some super old SPC like slivery bits as my underlays, which I'm glad, because it means I can get rid of some extra sheets. I've been trying to use up my collection, so I finally am. Thursday, I marked that we had a vet appointment for the guinea pig, and then afterwards we went to a cafe apparently, and I had coffee and banana bread, and then worked. Strange, I don't know, but that's what was on my planner notes, and it's too long ago for me to remember. Did some more laundry, watched some YouTube, got my period, went to my mum's house and had chicken schnitzel for dinner. I remember that from my planner notes. And I also uploaded another video this night. On Friday, I worked. I marked that I was stressed at work, that it was 27 degrees, more laundry. It was a lazy evening, and then this night I made my husband endure It Ends With Us. Mixed feelings about that movie. I read the book because it was hyped. Don't know about the movies. Wasn't really sure about the character casting. And then obviously all the controversy surrounding that. But whatever, it was okay. I would probably prefer to see the second book as a movie, but it is what it is. Saturday, I've left a box up the top there to mark that it was Buddy's birthday. I'm waiting on those Buddy stickers like I mentioned, so I haven't actually put that in there, but that's what it was for. I then marked that we went to Kmart and Aldi for some groceries. We went to Coffee Club and got coffee. I marked that I got Buddy a new toy for his birthday, that I napped. We watched Bob's Burgers when we got home, and then that night we gave Buddy some cupcakes. We sang happy birthday to him. Of course, Jet got a cupcake as well. And then we opened their advent calendar with them because it was starting the next week anyway. And then finally, on to Sunday, the first thing that I marked at the top of the day there was that I slept in. It was 33 degrees. I filmed a video. Don't know if it was a plan with me or a haul, but I filmed. Had a headache. I had a YouTube binge. I did a hair mask. And then with a peach sticker, I marked that I had the first nectarine of the season, which was amazing. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you all soon for another one. Bye!